Welcome back, everyone, to another game of Axis and Allies 1942. And today I'm playing the next round in the Solos tournament. And my opponent today is Weezy. He also has a YouTube channel, which I recommend you guys check out. He has a lot of beginner tips and tricks there as well. As you can see, this season, top 10, top 20 player, top 10 last season, rank 1 allies, season 11. I mean, he's about as good as they get. So this should be quite a challenging game if things go as expected. All right, so he does the typical 4 infantry, 2 tanks. Hit West Russia, got spectacularly good results. Hit Ukraine, got spectacularly horrible results. I'm actually a little surprised he pulled back when he was already in this deep of a hole, probably. But yeah, sometimes you get these sort of starts. I feel a little bad for him, but that's just how it goes sometimes. You get these almost auto loss starts. Like he's going to need a lot of luck to get back into this game. And let's do our best to not give it to him. So for the first turn, I'm going to do a tank rush, kind of a relaxed tank rush, where I'm buying... Actually, I'm going to even cut the number of tanks I'm buying to 4, because I plan for this battleship to live. So, for the first round, I'm going to take these guys, hit Caucasus, and hopefully take it. We're not going to mess around with the C-zones. C-zone 7, I'm going to put everything in the kitchen sink there. Not going to take any risks that I don't have to. And I think that's about it. Got it? I added that extra infantry just in case he gets the 1 and 4 and gets 2 hitbacks. The sub hits, the battleship doesn't get a hit back. Not that lucky though. Alright, I'm going to... I guess I don't need to change my defense profile. Just set it to submerge with the... I'm not going to exit and re-enter though, because it doesn't really assist me in any way. Okay, we'll put all the infantry we can get there. I'm going to stack Karelia as hard as I can, because I don't believe he has the, how do you say, bandwidth to be able to hold Moscow and take Karelia. How many of these guys can I get? Like, I am just so rich with units that I can be a little bit wasteful almost. There's no chance he can hit this, right? Would he hit here? Northwestern 4. I'll just play it safe. Whoops. Yeah, we'll just take them all up. He could strafe this, but again, it's unlikely. And I want to maximize my ability to stack West Russia next turn. All right. It's really nice when you take Caucasus because he can't take out this battleship, so it gets to live another turn, which is hugely advantageous to the Axis every time this guy lives. And you can see we got a pretty healthy attack power lead after that, and 45 IPCs in the bank. Alright, that's it for now, and I'll catch you next time for Japan 1. Welcome back, it's Japan 1. Let's take a look at what Weezy did. So he bought 3 artilleries and a fighter. Very strange build. Looks like he's planning to save up enough for a fleet drop next turn. So, for his combat, he hit France. Looks like he hit with the maximum unit, sacrificing the transport. Killed our transport for free. Did a really greedy move here. Hit C-Zone 7 with only the destroyer and the cruiser. What did his bomber do? Ah, he hit Caucasus. That's what his bomber did. Looks like he killed 2, lost 1. Lost 1 is the cruiser. Okay, so couple things. I'm just going to do the standard build. 1 infantry and a tank and 3 transports. And I noticed that he didn't drop a fleet, which is going to give Germany a lot of space. He's playing full defense mode. He's saying, you will not stack Caucasus. No, sir. He's buying a bunch of artillery. He's really posturing to defend it hard. And in my opinion, I'll let him do that. Because if he's delaying his UK fleet drop, I can just play it slow. I don't have to try to kill him with a tank rush. If he's not going to try and land on Germany for a few turns, well, we can just play it slow. And that's exactly what I plan to do. I'm just going to play it slow. I'll probably have an income advantage over him. Normally, what I might do here is... normally what I might do is I'd just land a tank here to just blitz down Kazakh, assuming he tries to stack it, and use those fighters to... I hate this nonsense of the sub-glitch, and I'm getting distracted here. Yeah, try to blast these USA units. But considering he's doing kind of a anti-Caucasus stack move, I'm probably going to go and attempt a India 3 against him. So to get maximum India 3 pressure, you don't want to drop that tank. So I might have that opportunity if he can't defend India and dead zone Caucasus. So we're going to make him choose. going to take the 50-50 on 41. This is, I don't know, what are the odds of me winning that fight? It's a 63%, but I think it's worthwhile to wipe out his navy when he lost his navy here. He's most likely going to lose his navy here, and since I have 6 fighters from the failed Ukraine, I can just start buying fighters and zone out his fleet drop and get ahead. And I think that's exactly what I plan to do. The question is, how many units do I need to send here? I guess I can put a fighter in the destroyer to keep this spot safe. Alright, that should suffice. Alright. Next. Excellent. It's always nice when you get 2 here, so you have the ability to threaten Yakut or hit Soviet Far East and Yakut without having to send a transport up there next turn. The infantry hit, but the planes don't. Alright, pretty good rolls thus far. This is kind of... The next 2 are the most impactful and volatile. He has a 37% chance of surviving. Son of a bitch. Alright, you got me. Okay, this is a 50-50. You might think, well, how is it a 50-50? The destroyer's a 3, the sub's a 2. But if the sub hits, the destroyer doesn't get a chance to hit back. And it's done just like that. Okay. Well, let's put 1 fighter there. The rest here, when there's 3 fighters or more, the odds are negative, IPC negative, for him to try and take that territory. Wish I had a fighter in range here, but you know, sometimes you get bad dice and that little transport can wiggle away to freedom, much to my chagrin. But all things considered, a pretty good round for us. I think I'm going to change my defense profile to... Actually, I guess I can just make that default. Aircraft carrier protection... Because there is a chance that Vic Weezy is going to get desperate and hit this with 2 fighters with the US and get 2 hitbacks. And if that happens... Well, actually, can he reach that? 1, 2, 3. No, his bomber can't reach it, so no, never mind. I'm just going to keep it as is. And we'll exit and re-enter to reload the profile. Alright. Pretty good Axis start, all things considered. Even with the little flub there in C-Zone 33. Okay, that's it for now. See you guys next time for Germany 2. Welcome back. It's Germany 2. Let's take a look what Vic Weezy did. So for his USA purchase, he bought an aircraft carrier fighter. 1 transport. Interesting that he bought 1 transport. Did he save money? Where did you... That's a very unusual build. One transport and a fighter. Ah, he bought a fighter. Okay. Interesting. He had C-Zone 7. Ooh, that was bad luck. Our cruiser wiped him out. Killed the sub for free. So, I was... Okay, well, I guess I'll go for Russia first. He bought a bunch of artillery to dead zone Caucasus. And he strafed Karelia. Got a small profit. What did he hit it with? That was a good strafe by him. Anyway, so I was looking at the board, and he's just heavily aiming to stop me from killing Russia. And that's not necessarily a bad move. But from my perspective is, I don't have to try to kill Russia. He didn't drop a fleet. He's pretty light on transports and navy, and my cruiser's alive. I think I can just kill off, some of his navy and play a slow game. And I should be at a massive advantage if I do that. And I think that's exactly what I plan to do. So for this turn, I'm just going to buy 11 land units and a bomber. All right. 2, 3, no. We'll take this guy here. I'm going to do the rare thing and try and wipe out Morocco. I think if I try to stack this, will he try to hit that with the UK, or would that make my India 3 too powerful? I'm unsure. I feel like if I posture in India 3, that's okay, because he'll have to pull back from West Russia, or just give it to me. So I'm okay if he wants to try to whack this. Other question is, do I want to add a fighter, like a fighter to this battle, because it's a little close. He shouldn't be able to hit this, right? If I'm missing those tanks. Right. Yeah, I should be pretty safe. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Yeah, I'll be safe. Got it? Keep that extra African income as long as we can. All right, nice. This should also protect our battleship here, unless he wants to risk a fighter to get it. And even if he does take out our battleship, it's not a big deal. But it's nice securing that income and hopefully zoning him out of that position. Very glad that I bought infantry, some extra infantry instead of a full tank rush. Nice. Alright, pretty good turn. Only lost 2 infantry. Move this forward if he wants to hit it. So be it. I guess I'll leave that AA gun there to protect the fighter from shenanigans. Excuse me. Okay, let's move all of these blokes forward. Not sure what I want to do with this AA gun. I don't want to put it in Karelia just yet, because there's a good chance it's going to get sauced by the Russians. I want to keep enough units here to reinforce Karelia in case he tries to hit it. So I'd like to be able to protect it and not let him like blitz a tank back there and get juicy Russian income. Tough call. I may give up this Ukraine stack here pretty soon, but while I have it, I'll just keep taking that juicy Caucasus 4 IPCs a turn. And if he wants to trade that with UK, then Japan will just have an even stronger India timing. This is a very unique game. I'm not used to playing like this. He can hit this with his bomber, but I don't really mind. I don't mind. I'd rather have my planes here. Do I even need it there? The reason I'd have this plane here is to stop a fleet drop. Can I stop a fleet drop? He saved up IPCs 46. I guess I can't really stop a fleet drop because I'm gonna have a bomber. Yeah, I can't really stop it. But I'll put that there anyway. If he wants to trade a bomber for it, this is just a better overall position. I'll accept, you know, the risk to that poor schmuck safety. Besides, he has other things to hit. He has these 3 areas that he has to consider if he wants to attack. I'm also going to double line this with 2 units there. Okay. I don't really have a purpose for the AA. I guess I'll move the AA gun there in case Ukraine needs more defense. I can always move it back to Berlin if needed. Alright, well, that should be that. Interesting game. Not used to playing turns like this. But I kind of like it. He went the full-on defend Caucasus strategy. Lots of fighters, lots of units positioning to defend it, and I thought I could try to force the issue and keep buying tanks, and who knows what will happen. Or I can just take my foot off the gas and try to play a slow game. Maximize German income, build up a lot of planes to delay their fleet drop, chip away at their navy with my remaining units, and instead of taking risks, just gobble up the map and become rich and give him no chance to ever come back. So at least that's what I'm thinking. And the longer we hold, or not hold Caucasus, but prevent the Russians from stacking it, the more pressure we can put on India as the Japanese, because he can't bring in any Russian reinforcements. That's what I usually like to do when I get Caucasus in a tank rush, is I just quickly take India, then I can just abandon Caucasus and turtle up. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Japan 2. Welcome back. It's Japan 2. Let's take a look at what Vic Weezy did. So, for his UK turn, he bought 3 infantry. For India, transport and 2 destroyers. And an aircraft carrier, too. So, he got his navy drop. Combat, looks like he hit that cruiser. No hitbacks. Shame. Perfect result in Caucasus, too. So, he had a perfect round, which is unfortunate for us, but we'll survive. So, as per my previous declaration, I'm going to try to slow play him. I could have tried to force the tank rush, shove more tanks into Ukraine, and go about the game that way, but I don't really see the need. I think I can just play the game slow and steady, and I don't need to take any risks. Or at least that's how I see it. Alright, so for our turn, standard 6 infantry and a complex. Okay. Let's branch off here, take all of the freebies. Should I hit Alaska? It's a little tempting. I don't see why not. I don't really have any better moves here. In fact, I think I'll take one of these transports and put it here. That will allow me a little bit more flexibility to have 2 infantry here, so he can't stall me that position quite so easily. And sometimes I'm a little tempted to air raid these infantry because they're really obnoxious. But I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, there's really no chance of taking India when he has 3 fighters coming in here, 7 fighters there. It's just not feasible. What a boring turn. I feel like I should bombing raid something, but I want to keep my bombers. I don't want to let bad fortune shift the direction of this game. Okay, well, let's get going. I was hoping to have 2 survive. If 2 survives, it means I have an over 50% chance of holding Alaska, which would be really nice, and I could just directly go for Pearl Harbor if I wanted. I'm going to place these infantry here, sorry, this transport there, in order to retake Alaska when he most likely succeeds in taking them out. Alright, since I've gotten all of the infantry on the mainland unloaded, I'm going to unload here. 6, that should be enough to stop him from hitting here. I put 3 here, mostly because I don't want the US to stomp Seakang. I want to be able to take Novembrisk next turn. But at the same time, I need to be wary because you can hit this with a tank and 5 planes. Do I need that destroyer? Where's his US sub? His US sub's kind of in the middle of nowhere. No matter what he does, I can't really... What do you say? I can't really defend my units enough to go for Pearl next turn. Not that he's going to leave anything. So I'm probably not going to even try to defend C-Zone 64. I'm just going to send the guy back. Let's send a cruiser here. And I guess I'll keep the destroyer. This should be secure, right? Yeah, that's more than secure. Okay, we'll just keep the battleship and destroyer here for flexibility in case I want to re-hit Alaska. I have a bombard, but by keeping the destroyer here, I also zone out his sub from being a little too aggressive. In fact, he doesn't have any bombers, right? Yeah, he has no bombers. Maybe I could even move these guys out a little bit to create a bigger dead zone range. If I moved here, where's that battleship? No, but then I can't hit Alaska. Okay, maybe this is the best spot. And if I go here, he can just sneak his sub into 36 and, you know, be in range of these zones, which I would like to avoid. Where do I want these fighters? I want them in range to hit those zones. It's a little tough to know where to place these sometimes. Maybe I'll put the bomber here in case he wants to not move his stack out of Western Australia. I can smack it now. They always move it out. 2 fighters, 2 bombards, and an infantry. That would be good enough odds as it is, and I don't think he'll make such a lazy mistake. I guess I'll just keep these guys here. I think that'll do. Just have to make sure you can't sneak any of my units. Sneak kill them. Alright. He can't attack this, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't. No plane, so I don't need to worry about my defense profile. Why can't I place those? Holding down shift, which should let me place all of them. There we go. Alright, well, not a super exciting turn, but yeah, he gained some momentum there. He didn't lose any fighters, killing the cruiser, which is unfortunate. But there's a good chance he plans to send his cruiser and his fighters over here to take out this battleship. But the thing is, I have 4 planes that can snipe anything he puts here. He'll probably land in Gibraltar to defend that bomber, but if he loses a fighter, I'm going to have crushing odds in 13. And if he decides to put a transport there, I'll almost certainly hit it. But we'll see. The game, we have a pretty healthy lead, but I lost a little bit of momentum after he had that perfect UK2. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Germany 3. Welcome back, it's Germany 3. Let's take a look at what Vic Weezy did. So he bought 2 transports, a fighter, 6 infantry. He hit our battleship, and we got not a single hit back. Took out Alaska, as expected. And for Russia, he bought 7 land units, and here's where the trouble starts. He took Archangel. That was good. Took Karelia, didn't get any hit backs, and he took Bellow, losing 1. So uh, after losing, yeah, I was kind of hoping to get a couple more hitbacks, but that doesn't seem to have been the case. So we're going to have to pivot our strategy a little bit. So this turn, I'm going to buy 12 land units and a fighter, just because of how, I don't have the production capability to do anything else. So here, gonna make a swing at Caucasus. Here, I'm going to hit Karelia because I'm kind of forced to. I can't allow him to move in here and get that extra income. It's not the fight I want to take, but I don't really have a lot of choice in the matter. And this tank is going to blitz down to here. He shouldn't be able to reach it with any planes because the UK is concentrated up here. Well, his bomber, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess his bomber can hit it, so I suppose maybe I won't. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess I won't be hitting it. Guess that's all I can do. Hope things go well. Especially this fight. There's quite a few dicey fights here for us. Oh, really? Well, we got it. Well, that's something. Unfortunately, I think I have to continue because I can't afford him to get Finland. Fortunately, I lose a plane, but I can't let Russia get that income. Oh, man, I was so far ahead, but these, kind of a slew of bad turns has turned things against us, which is unfortunate. Oh, that sucks too. Yeah, I think we've kind of lost, and yeah, look at that terrible turn. Only 9 IPC profit. I think we've lost. I probably should have blitzed this. No reason not to. Kind of lost any advantage I might have had at one point. I want to protect this area specifically because I don't want him hitting this with his giant fleet of fighters and having a good fight. Man, I've just had a wretched series of turns. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give up on the Caucasus stream, unfortunately. Yeah, Germany's not as strong as they used to. Used to be back in my day. Huh, how safe is that? Not as safe as I'd like. Maybe I'll leave 2 tanks here. I like leaving tanks here more than infantry because tanks have mobility that I can kind of move around the map with, whereas infantry don't have that luxury. Nasty. Alright, well, we'll try and keep that as safe as we can. Is that safe? Should be. You can only hit with 2 land units. Should be safe, right? But it's not entirely safe. Maybe I'll put some fighters there, just double, triple, super make sure everything's good. Is that where I want the fighter? I do want it in Germany because it has a bit more range. It's interesting how he sent the US troops down towards India, like he's expecting me to bust it. Well, I guess it makes sense since he thinks I might keep stacking Ukraine. I'm not going to. I've lost a little too much. My cruiser didn't hit back, my battleship didn't hit back. I lost some planes in Karelia. I didn't get any hitbacks there. You know, I had to use 3 units to retake Caucasus, so I'm kind of floundering a little bit. You know, I thought this was going to be a layup win, but it's starting to turn into a real game now. So, anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you next time for Japan 3. Welcome back. It's Japan 3. Let's take a look at what Vic Weezy did. He bought an infantry, transport, and 3 artilleries. So he's really gearing up to go heavy on the land units now, which makes sense. He has a lot of planes built up. So, I have some thinking to do. For his combat, he took Caucasus. Once again, no losses. And took northwestern Europe. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to keep with the slow and steady plan I had, though India is very lacking in land units. Alas, I can't really take advantage of that. Of course, he would have played differently if I had. Anyway, I'm going to buy 9 infantry and a bomber and just keep up with the building up in Air Force's Japan tactic. Let's do the easy moves. We'll start on the island circuit and take Western Australia. Sometimes a little tempted to just maybe take a unit off here and take it off Borneo in case he can retake it, but I think that's kind of a planning for failure mentality. Okay. Do I want to hit anything here, actually? It's a little... No, it's not that tempting. I could go over into Africa. It's a consideration. Could dive down here or hit Italian East Africa. That's an interesting idea instead of going for the regular island route. That will certainly distract the US and force them to send more units down here, right? Then again, I suppose he can just air raid that, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If I were him, I'd probably air raid that. I think I'll skip doing that strategy. I know Johnny A likes to do that, but just a little... how do you say? That sort of tactic just feels too volatile to me. But it is tempting. Might get a fighter out of it. You know, it's just so many ifs and what ifs when I can just go for the route this way and get near guaranteed income. I think I'll stick with that. They always hit back, but this time it doesn't matter because he has nothing, no more tanks to take it back with. So that income in Alaska's locked in. We're going to get 2 IPCs from it. He's going to lose 2 IPCs, and then we're going to get it next turn. So that's going to be like a 6 IPC gap, not even including the tank and any hitbacks we might get. Okay. Well, let's do the moves we're forced to do first. I think I would like to move these blokes up here. I'll go with where is it? Carrier protection, and we'll exit and reload to update it. Where do I want to unload this guy? Where do I want this bomber? I might put it in Berlin to give me some more options. I guess there's not a compelling reason to send this back. What if I... You see, I'm a little tempted to just put a cruiser here instead of the battleship. Where can this bomber land? But I'm afraid of him just suiciding a bomber and a sub into hoping to kill all of them, which is a possibility. I want to offload into C-Zone 61. That's the deal. But I don't think I can safely afford to do so. Should be able to take it back with the guys in Yunnan. He doesn't have that much. I don't mind sacrificing an artillery. Guess I'll dedicate that cruiser there. Like to, you know, I think I'm going to send that aircraft carrier back. The reason for that is I don't have any intention of going after Hawaii with this guy. And the reason is because that would ruin my logistics. I would then be down, I have 2 extra infantry here that I wouldn't be able to offload. And it's kind of a wishy-washy fight. The island circuit is just kind of a thing I do in my free time. I don't want to dedicate half my transports to going after the islands this early, or I'll lose a lot of pressure against Russia. and allow him to stabilize and get some nasty stacks that I'd rather he didn't have. He wouldn't hit this, would he? 4 infantry, 3 tanks, 2 fighters. I don't know. Let's not find out. If he wants to hit it, I'll only offer him 4 units instead of more, because he could hit it and then just retreat back to Archangel. I couldn't really stop him. So let's not be too greedy here. I also don't want to double stack these areas just yet because I don't have quite enough, well, yeah, I don't have quite enough muscle to prevent him from just doing some sort of stack in one of these areas. Alright, I think that'll do for now. Maybe I should take this fighter. What if I were to put it here instead? And bury, so I could hit Archangel, or I could hit one of these spots if I wanted. Because I should have enough firepower to retake Burma, no matter what he stacks it with. Alright, let's go with that. He can't hit this with this bomber cannon. No. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Well, it'd be a little late for me to do anything about it, but I sometimes get a little worried I overlook something. Anyway, we still got a nice lead, but yeah, it's deteriorated a lot. He's had a couple good rolls that have worn away a lot of my overwhelming early advantage, but makes the game more interesting this way. Alright, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Germany 4. Welcome back. It's Germany 4. Let's take a look at what Weezy did. For the US, he bought 8 land units and a bomber. Took Finland, took Norway, took Morocco. Not a lot going on. Russia, he bought an AA gun and 6 land units. Took Ukraine, took Novo, and he decided to stack Karelia. And this is where things have gone wrong. I was hoping this wouldn't happen, but it did. So I have a couple options here. I can headbutt slam into Karelia, hoping that I cripple the Russians enough for Japan to just steamroll over them, but it's not exactly a great attack. Let me punch it into the calculator for you real quick. It's like a 40% battle. So yeah, not the best there. And even if I try to come and stack Karelia next turn, I mean, I put everything to Baltic states, I still can't stack it. He can fly planes up. He can do a lot of things that basically makes it not possible to take it. So I'm going to try and pivot down to Caucasus, and yeah, the game's that Karelia fight earlier just became a nightmare for us. So I'm gonna buy 12 infantry and a fighter. suppose I could hit this if I wanted. Don't know if that's a good attack. No, it probably isn't. Actually, why not just plug it into the calculator for the lulls, right? What would that look like? How many planes do I have? I have fighter, bomber. This guy could go 1, 2, 3, 4. He could go. He could kill the plane, though. No, I'll probably lose a plane, right? It's like an IPC negative -0.5%, negative half IPC battle, so not really what I want to go for. Yeah, the UK could just crush any leftover planes. Not doing that. How far can this bomb reach? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, never that useful. Tough position, actually. I guess I got a little too optimistic with the naval fights, expecting hitbacks when they weren't guaranteed, and kind of dug ourselves into a hole that we really have no one to blame but ourselves to get into. For getting into, that is. Only 3 hit out of that, huh? Well, I'm glad I didn't do any big battles with those kind of dice, huh? Well, I mean, we had a perfect round, so I can't exactly complain about dice here. Where do I want this schmuck? Here? I don't know how well defended that's going to be in the future, though. Let's see, how many units do I need here to keep things safe? So let's run some numbers on what he can hit us with. That'll give me 9 units and an artillery. What if I make it 10? Hmm. 11? How many units do I need in reserve in Berlin is another important question. Oh, I should have blitzed this. I don't think it makes much of a difference, but I probably doesn't hurt to blitz that. Maybe I should have blitzed down into Italian East Africa too, since he didn't have a land unit in range. Probably doesn't matter, but he can't take out Berlin, right? You can have 10 units. Can have 8, 9. Should be safe. say should be safe, but I'm just going to run some numbers real quick just to make sure. Can this bomber hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It can. Okay, that should suffice. Not liking this board, the way this board's looking anymore. We're heading attack power, but once they kind of lock up Karelia, you're in a lot of trouble. Is the Axis? A lot of trouble. Maybe I should have sent more guys to Belorussia. I don't know if I'll be able to retake it, but might as well put pressure on Caucasus, and having Caucasus is better than not having it and not having Karelia. Alright, well, I think that's it for now, and I'll catch you next time for Japan 4. Welcome back. It's Japan 4, and let's see what Vic Weezy did. So he bought 6 infantry, 3 artilleries, hit Northwestern, lost 1, no losses Transjordan, lost 2 in Western Australia. It looks like he sent the bomber over, which I never think that's really worth it, sacrificing a bomber to hold Australia a turn longer, but no losses Kazakh, no losses Burma, so pretty darn good turn for him. He killed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units with 2, 3 hitbacks. Well, I guess it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe maybe he got close to average. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna buy 2 fighters and 9 infantry to try to get 9 units a turn for logistical purposes. And let's go ahead and see if we can take out that bomber. Let's hit there. Maybe this would be better suited here. Could possibly even throw in a tank here. I think I'd like to keep the tanks to deter him blitzing through Kazakh into Sikeng, hitting me with planes. Because I'm going to have to land a lot of my bombers here. Can this hit anything else that's interesting? Not really. He's getting a little trade happy here with the UK, but I guess he's been getting good results, so it's not like it's harming him. really tempted to send this tank in. Let me run the numbers real quick. What will it look like if I add a tank? It's about... I don't think it's worth it. Kind of low on units, so I want to try and reserve what I can. All right. Just realized I probably should have added more naval defense here in case this goes terribly wrong. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to lose my whole navy because this... I'm losing my navy! Oh! No! Oh... Oh, that was an 86% capture. That was so bad. Oh, that was a really, really impactful whiff there. That was really, really bad, failing that. Now these planes can go and land there. Oh, that was awful. That was awful. I just have to hope he's not gonna want to trade his navy. That's all I can hope for. Quite bad. Do I add the aircraft carrier there? Or do I just cut my losses? Maybe I just cut my losses. Don't add the aircraft carrier. Just let him take it. Because there's a chance he's not going to want to hit it and land his fighters on Burma. But if I had the aircraft carrier, it gets a lot juicier. That causes me so many problems. Might have to buy another destroyer. maybe I'll just have to hit this with abandon as the Germans and try to force him to hit that. What a train wreck. I was really counting on capturing that. Yeah, if he hits this and lands all of his units there, he's going to have 6 units. Can you guys land? Can you land here? Maybe I'll just save the aircraft carrier. Darn it. I guess I don't really want the fighter to land there, because then he could also hit this with 1, 2, 3 planes and do the same thing. Man, I thought there was no way I'd lose this game, but I'm kind of getting like nickel and dimes, tiny little battles keep going against me that are adding up into a very big amount. In a very big way. Well, doing what I can. Alright, that's it for now, and I'll catch you guys next time for Germany 5. Welcome back, it's Germany 5. Let's take a look at what Weezy did. So for the US, he bought a transport, a tank, and a complex. And 4 infantry. He took Algeria for free. He hit West Russia and actually sacrificed a fighter to capture it, which is a little interesting. Took Alaska, lost 1, and moved his sub here, which is in range of my destroyer, which means he is intending to take this battle, which is very unfortunate. I can't really do anything to stop him from taking it if he really wants to. So instead, what I can do is I can try to punish him if he decides to do that move, or hopefully punish him. So for this move, we're just going to buy 13 land units. The punish is I want to hit everything with Transjordan, because if he wants to take this out, assuming I survive with 2 units, he needs to use a fighter here instead of here. Next, let's take out Caucasus here. I plan to stack Karelia here. It should be safe. Asterisk. can go 1, 2, 3, 4. This should all be safe. I plan to move this guy here to Ukraine if possible. I'm just stack shifting here to save myself some units. He really wanted this territory, didn't he? Do I want to send extra fighters there is the question. To make sure I get it. Problem is I want most of my fighters to land in Germany, so I don't really want to send too many on a faraway adventure, so I think I'll just stick with this. Alright, this is probably the most important battle. Nice, one hit back, okay. That should discourage him from hitting the Japanese fleet. Oof, got it. Okay, this is the next most important one. If he gets 2 hit backs, it's really bad for us. The odds become a lot worse. Perfection. Oh, love to see it. Oh, that's exactly what we wanted. Oh, it's good. We're fine. We've been kind of getting some pretty consistent bad luck after the first round, and it's nice to see that the dice gods have not completely forsaken us. Okay, fantastic round. We got way fewer hitbacks than we should have. Yeah, we only lost 2 infantry, and we killed 36. Pretty good. Chef's kiss. Okay, let's move the anti-aircraft gun there. I don't know where to... I guess I'll put this here for the aircraft to have somewhere safe to land. Is that fully safe? Can he blitz anything? I guess he could technically blitz. He could wipe that out with his air and then blitz the Russian tanks and fighters in there, but that's not a particularly good trade for him. And we're going to keep these, well, those blokes there to try and zone out, or to give us another shot at Caucasus. Let's move this guy into Egypt to say, hey, if you want Egypt, you have to put more planes over here. Don't hit my Japanese fleet, please. Oh, watching those 2 guys kill 4 of mine against a cruiser shot and 4 units it was a little sad. Sad to see. But it happens. All right. I may want to attack this. If he hits Karelia with the UK, I'll probably want to hit this to prevent him from strafing into Karelia in a 2-1 attack. And this also gives him another target because he can hit this with his UK units. I'm going to change my defense profile. Do I want anti-aircraft first? Did I first or second? Well, this is the only real area where it would matter, right? He could hit this, but that's not a good fight for him. I'll put anti-aircraft second just to discourage a France 2-1 hit. It should be negative, pretty negative for him, but I know Vic Weezy is a bit of a risk taker. Actually, I kind of... No, this is the direction I want the anti-aircraft to move in. We'll make do. Okay, this was a super pivotal round for us. Wow, 45 IPCs is nice, turn 5. Super pivotal round. We gained a lot of space. We got really good dice this turn, and it helped a ton. He also gave me a lot of... I'm kind of surprised that he decided to... He's trading so aggressively with Russia that he, like... Yeah, he's trading really aggressively with Russia, or Germany, which is a little surprising to me. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Japan 5. Welcome back. It's Japan 5. Let's take a look at what Vic Weezy did. Bought 9 land units, and he hit Karelia and got a really strong result. He lost 6 units and killed 7, and I had much better attack power than him, so he got like a top 5% result or something in terms of his units surviving. He didn't lose a single plane, and when I ran it in the calculator to get this result, he should have lost all but 1 or 2 of his planes. So, a little unfortunate, but, you know, we had good dice too, so I guess everybody gets their time in the sun, right? Okay, so for this turn, I had a couple options. It looks like he's planning to take out Karelia with the Russians. So if I hit this with the Japanese, it's like a minus 15 or so attack, and then I land in Karelia. It kind of evens out, but otherwise he has like a positive 28 IPC attack on Karelia, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't really want to go down that road. I don't think I want to, you know, risk that hoping I get average results here, because if I get below average results, I'm just pissing away money, and I decided I'm not... I mean, he regained a lot of footing after that, but I don't think I'm so desperate that I need to take a risky battle like that. So I'm going to let him have his 8 tanks of cheese. Germany has a lot of planes. Even if he does take Karelia, I'll probably be able to, you know, hold him off for a while at least. Anyway, so for our buy, I'm going to buy a transport, 9 land units, and a bomber. The transport is just so I can scoop these island boys up, maybe take the, you know, island circuit a little bit faster. So for this turn, I'm being a little greedy. I'm going to try to take Hawaii, and I'm going to also try to take Australia at the same time. Well, these guys lived, but I think he went after a better target, in my opinion. I don't think I really want to go after Australia, but I do want to take out this annoying fellow. Since he doesn't have any bombers, I suppose I can send the cruiser over as well. It doesn't really matter that much. I don't know what I want to do with the bombers. I think I might bombing raid Russia because they haven't had Caucasus for a while. So this might force them to repair. I don't really have any other targets. And I think Germany is going to be in a lot of trouble pretty soon. So might as well try and weaken Russia since they're going to do a big attack here. It will most likely make them a little weaker. So hopefully bombing and their Karelia attack will put Russia in a weaker spot if my bombers don't get shot out of the sky, which happens more than I'd like. Again, I don't really want to go for Alaska. Do I? Maybe it is worth going for Alaska. I'm not sure. These little fighters don't really have much else to do. Keeps the US distracted and off Germany, and that's worth something. I am missing out on planes to the mainland, but Germany has plenty of planes to keep themselves up, for now at least. Is that how we're going to play it? This should also put more Western US pressure. Yeah, it's really important that I buy time for Germany before the US gets a Karelia stack. That's when the game gets bad real quickly. Real fast. Quickly. I don't think that's the proper use of it there. Use of the word, at least. Should I send more units into Kazakh? Nah. I don't want to overstack. I can't really get a counter hit too easily yet. Alright, bombing raids. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Well, that's why I don't usually like to do these as Japan. It's not even accomplishing anything. You can still do a full build. Well, that worked out. We beat the final sub-boss. Can we take Australia as well? Let's find out. The answer is no. Well, can't say that was a particularly good turn with the loss of the bomber. That kind of negated everything else, but it is what it is. I'll still land those guys over there. Would be nice if I got Australia as well, but what else is new, huh? Okay, let's make sure we're on aircraft carrier. Yep, aircraft carriers die after. The fighters. I really love hitting Alaska. It's kind of like IPC even, slightly IPC positive because I get the money, and it really messes the U.S. up. They hate having to defend Western U.S. They want a full shuck against Germany, and this distracts them, which, as I play more and more, I'm realizing the value of just being annoying and disrupting, perfect logistical flow for the opponent. All right. I think that about covers it. And this new transport here will come to the rescue if I fail New Zealand. So I'm very glad I purchased it. Do I want to send those there? I think I do, because otherwise I can't really counter-attack it very easily as Germany. He'll have too much of a stack with Russia. But now I'm kind of running low on planes to counterattack. I'll just have this bomber and this one. That's the thing with bombing raids. Sometimes it's like free money, and other times it's a donation. And this was a 10 IPC donation, or 12. I got 2 bombing raids off, so it was 12 minus 2 is 10, but it's not even really damaging him. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Germany 6. Welcome back. It's Germany 6. Let's take a look at what Weezy did. US, he bought 14 land units. Hit Libya. Cleared Alaska for free. That really sucks because I wanted to take it back cheaply. Let's see. Bombed Karelia. Why did he bomb Karelia? Wait. No, he attacked it, like suicide bombed it. Interesting. Hit Egypt, no losses. And for the Russians, bought 6 units. No losses. Let's see. Oh, I held on in West Russia. No losses in Caucasus. And 6 losses in Karelia. Only 6 infantry. I ran the calculator before this, and he got a top, in terms of, both battles going on, UK and Russia, he got a top sub 1% result to have this many units surviving. He got a top, 13 or so % result in the individual fight, but with both of them combined, it's a top, less than 1 in 100, because the calculator only calculates that, and it's pretty incredible result that put us in a devastatingly behind position. So I'm gonna buy a fighter because I don't have a lot of production slots, and 11 land units. Okay, so for this turn I'm only going to do 7 units because I want to put one here. Not what I want. I'm trying to decide if I want to hit Egypt or if I just want to stay here and force him to kill me. I think I'll hit Egypt, because he has crushing odds any other way. I could also try and wipe him out here in Archangel, but that just doesn't, it's not even that profitable. I'd rather try to whittle away Russia. Oh, that was such a good result for him. Oh, we lost a fighter. 2 hits. Oh, just gets worse. Wow. Well, I guess we're both missing, so it's nuts. Dear God, what are these dice? Well, that could have been a whole lot worse with how much we whiffed, but it also could have been a whole lot better. Darn. Well, wasn't exactly the turn I was hoping for. Now we got some income in Egypt, but it's probably the last decent turn we're going to have as the Axis, or at least Germany in terms of income. I need to... I think I'm just going to rush everything towards Karelia here. Where do I even want to land these? It's a little dangerous to land them there. Maybe if I can land them there and I'll just send one of the AA guns there. Do I want the AA gun here? I don't think it's worth it because he'll have 6, 7, 8, 9 units that can hit it anyway, so it's probably better to preserve my AA gun than to shove it forward. As for fighters, I'll just plop them there to keep that defended. No. Maybe it's better to put them in Germany just to discourage him trying to just take both of these cheaply to block me off and have a cheap stack here. Frustrating turn. Should I move units here? Failing to get Caucasus really sucks. I think I have to at least move 1 unit there. Because knowing Vic Weezy, he likes to blitz towards Ukraine. Well, that's the best I think I can do. Just an all-around one star turn, huh? You got a sub 1% result with both attacks, so we're gonna have to see what we can make out of this delicious meal. Alright, well that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Japan 6. Welcome back, it's Japan 6. Let's take a look at what Vic Weezy did. 4-4 with the UK. I guess it's because they don't have that much income. He took Transjordan for free. Hit Karelia. We got good hit backs there. Unfortunately, it doesn't really make a difference. We can't retake this. Hit Kazakh. Lost one. So, I mean, it's about the best we could hope for outside of a miracle for rolls. So this turn, I'm going to buy 9 units and 2 fighters to keep the logistics up and build up my Air Force. I'm going to play it a little risky this turn because I am in a little bit of a tight spot. I'm going to hit Alaska because I need to keep distracting the US to keep them off of the Germans. I was trying to decide if I should use this to hit or not. I think I'll just use it to attack New Zealand because it doesn't make much of a difference either way. Should I hit this with more units? Maybe I'll hit it with 3, just to encourage. No, I don't want to hit it with 3 though. I don't have that many units to spare. Why does it say this can attack something? It can't hit anything. No, you can't hit that. The sub blocks me from taking it. So this is like a 50% capture here. Hope we get it. Hope we don't lose a plane, because hope is our #1 reliance in this game. I wonder if I should send more units. I think 3 is enough. I was a little tempted to stack Burma, but I don't think that's the way we win this game. Alright, well, let's see how this plays out. I'll change our turn depending on the rolls. Really hope Alaska and New Zealand goes well. Be a huge nuisance if they didn't. Well, we got it. Took a while, but we got there. Nice, they missed. Alright, we got a full clear. And we even captured, so that's pretty good. We need more of this. A lot more. Once you lose Karelia, you're kind of on a clock as the axis. They can start reinforcing Russia. Okay. Maybe this is a better spot for the bombers. Oh, that one can't reach, so. I'll double stack this, because I would like to get the allies to trade a bit more. So because I captured New Zealand, I don't need to send this new transport down here to collect units to capture it next turn. So instead, I can use this. Well, let me think about this. Let me do the moves I have to do no matter what first. Let's put these guys here. I don't really want to keep them in Alaska. This gives me some flexibility to either hit Alaska. Well, I won't have to hit Alaska again because he can't. He has nothing to capture it with. So I'm trying to decide if I want to send a transport here to go after Africa next turn. I think I do. So I can do that by taking this bloke here, sending them hither, and this schmuck. Where do I want to send him? Because no matter where I send him, it's going to take him 2 turns to come back. So if it's going to take 2 turns no matter what, might as well send him here to put pressure on Western United States. To say, hey, I can land here. Make sure you leave something to defend it. Let's see, how many units is going there? Should be sufficient. Kind of annoyed at how cheaply I've let him hold India, but that's how it goes. Hopefully we can get him to buy a destroyer to block. Actually, let's get the bomber here. So it can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or, yeah, have it in range. Maybe even have it in Italy to say, hey, I can hit Egypt with my bomber. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, this one doesn't have many options.
Hey, listen!
But I like the idea of having something in Italy there. The downside of it being in Italy is I have to defend this, or the UK can just pop it.
Hey, listen!
Can I get these guys farther away? I cannot. Okay. I guess I can change my defense profile back. I don't need to protect aircraft carriers anymore since they don't have any good landing spots. Kind of hate sending this guy. It's a little logistically inefficient to start scooping up things from the islands this way, but at the same time, I think it's important to put pressure on Africa immediately because we're at a very poor spot, in my opinion, as the Axis. They've got the Karelia stack. It's turn 6. Germany's got planes, but the Allies have way more planes than they should have. The UK didn't shave off any of his planes hitting Karelia the first time, so I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Well, I think this is the best options we have here. Got the aircraft carrier there to be a springboard for those fighters. Could now hit Burma with them if we wanted. And that's it for Japan 6. See you guys next time for Germany 7. Welcome back. It's Japan 7. Let's see what the damage is. So Vic Weezy bought transport, took 11 land units, hit Egypt. We got a hit back, not super consequential. Russia, took West Russia, no losses, so nothing too spectacular there, but yeah, we're in a tough position. It's only going to get worse now that he has Karelia. So I'm going to buy 13 land units, and I don't really have a lot to do here. Hey, we got it. Alright, so we'll put that there so it's not free. Gonna move these guys over so I can, at the very least, pressure West Russia if, for whatever reason, I can't keep Berlin safe. Sorry, I can't take Karelia. I can at least stack shift down to maybe take Caucasus and see if I can get something done with that. And he's very wisely not going for the France and Northwestern Europe. These are the low-hanging fruit baits to say. He knows that if he stacks Karelia, he's going to have an enormous advantage over us. And that he needs to keep this to help Russia, since even though he did a lot of damage, Russia's pretty thin. Wow, he actually has decent income. Oh, that's right, I failed Caucasus last turn. Yeah, has decent income, but is pretty weak, all things considered. Alright, well, yeah, not a lot to do, just want to make sure he can't go after Berlin. He shouldn't, he only has 2 transports there. That's a lot of units. I'm a little tempted if I should move this guy away from Ukraine or not. Putting it in Belarus would have even more influence, but I mean, what does he go? It helps to put yourself in UK's shoes. Like, what is UK going to do here? Most likely, UK is going to trade these out, trade this out. I don't know if he has enough air to trade this, but that's 3 spots, so I won't make it easy for him. I'll just make him have to hit an extra spot. At least Japan's growing nicely, but they're not super strong. Losing that bomber really sucked in Moscow. I did it because I felt behind, and I think it was the right move, but it was not the right result. Do I want to give him these? I feel like I probably need a little bit more in Moscow, or I feel like I probably need a little bit more. Keep that AA there. What are his odds? He has a 44% on Berlin if I leave it like this. Oh, no, not 44%. He has a 36% on Berlin if I leave it like this. I don't think he'll take that because I think he's ahead. But I think I need to give him those odds. I can't afford to keep units back. I can keep the AA gun back because it doesn't really help much. It does help here. I want to give him the 36%. Actually, it's 28% if I change it to bomber first on Japan's turn. I think it's okay to give him those odds. I'm not in a strong position. I can't afford to be too safe. Alright, that's it for now. I'll catch you guys next time for Japan 7. Welcome back. It's Japan 2. Or sorry, Japan 7. And let's take a look at what Vic Weezy has done. So he took Northwestern Europe for free. A little strange that he's the artillery. I guess he did 3 and 3. Hit Kazakh, no losses. Hit Ark, killed 2, no losses. Hit West Russia, no losses. Ukraine, no losses. So wow, he had a perfect turn. He killed 6 units, not a single hit back by us. But it looks like he's afraid of Moscow falling, so he decided to abandon India, and that might just be our ticket back into this game. So I'm going to buy 6 infantry and 3 planes, and the reason I'm buying 6 instead of 9 is because 1, it lets me buy 3 planes, and 2, I'm going to pick up a unit from here, and I'm going to pick up a unit from Alaska, because I see no reason to let him just smash me in Alaska. I could funnel more units to Alaska if I wanted, which is an option, but I'm not going to take it when India's on the table. So it'll make my logistics a little sloppier because I'll have to pick up an AA gun, but it should be permissible. Maybe I'll do it like this. I'm just a little afraid that I'll fail to take India because I didn't add any extra units. Let me run the calculator real quick. It's 80. Let's see, what are the odds? It's a 92% capture. If I add another bomber, it's a 99% capture. I think it's worth going the extra mile to make sure I capture it. I wonder, what would my odds look like if I were to just full shove here? He could hit this with 6 units and 5 planes. Let me quickly run the odds to see what that would look like. I'll assume he'll get... Well, I'll just assume... Let's see if he gets 2 hitbacks. But I don't know if he will use the planes. It's 5 IPC profit. Well, it's actually Russia that is more likely to hit it. Actually, Russia has really good odds on it. I'll go in with this. This should win, but I just have to remember my priority is India. In a 99% capture versus a 92% capture means the odds of me failing go from 1 in 100 versus like 8 in 100, and that's a pretty big variance. Whereas if I fail this, it sucks, but I'll survive. Nice. Got it. I'm still going through with it. Yeah, he'll hit it. He'll probably have a profitable trade here, but UK's running out of units. Russia's running out of units. And I want to keep up the pressure, even if it gives him good trades. Come now, fighters. How many times have you guys missed? There we go. That took a lot of rounds. Took 5 rounds to get 2 hits out of 5 units? Well, can't complain too much about the results, though. Okay, we're going to move the artillery, infantry down here. I'm going to move the destroyer to protect those fine folks. I guess it doesn't really matter where I put the fighters, unless... Actually, it does matter. Can I move these fighters? Yeah, I can. I'll move one of them here, just to make sure he doesn't do some sub-suicide attack. I think I'll move a few more units up there for safety's sake. This little piggy went to the market. Now that we have India, well, he'll probably take it back. Maybe well, I'll have to see. Maybe I can land some German fighters there. That might be worthwhile to prevent an India retake. And I'll move this bloke here so he has more movement range. 60, can hit everywhere. 62 can and more. So happy that he only has 1 sub left, by the way. Him letting us kill that US sub is a huge boon to us in terms of freedom of movement. I can start sending my transports hither and thither to grab whatever I need, and it's quite nice. Do I want more than one fighter there? No, I think having more over here is more impactful. I have the bombers. Can the bomber hit 1, 2, 3, 4? I guess they can't really hit Egypt that much, but I don't have to go for Egypt. I can go for Italian East Africa. I would like 2 units in Archangel to encourage him to hit this with 2 units from Karelia to see if I can smash it or not. Is this where I want the tank? I guess I'll move it here. There's no real chance I'm going to be able to hit Karelia, but there is a chance I may be able to hit Caucasus, so we'll see about that. What a messy string of lines we have going here. All right. More planes, more good things. Alright, well, I feel a lot better about the game now that we have India, because India and Karelia are similar in value. I'd probably argue that Karelia is more valuable than India, but over time, they can have comparable value, because with India, you can go over Africa, but Karelia, you can reinforce Russia, which I think is more important. Which Russia really does need reinforcements right now, but we're starting to get pretty big with Japan. You can see 54 IPCs. So now I think we got a game. I think Vic Weezy maybe should have tried to hold India an extra turn or two instead of giving it up. But I think he could have held Russia. He has a lot of planes. But maybe he couldn't hold Russia and Karelia. I didn't run the numbers because he didn't give me the opportunity. So we'll see. Maybe I should have stacked more all around. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Germany 8. Welcome back. It's Germany 8. Let's take a look at what Vic Weezy did. He bought 3 transports and 6 land units. That's interesting because he doesn't have enough land. Well, I guess he has these guys to support the transports. But, yeah, that's a lot of transport. That's 6, 8, 9. No, that's 6, 8, 10 transports. I don't think he can support that, especially with an IC. That means no more planes. So for combat, took the Free France, took the Free Alaska, took Archangel, no losses. So perfect round for him. Russia, 5 land units. Took Vologda, no losses, really. I was lucky of them. Kazakh, they took pretty heavy losses there. But, I had quite a few units, so it's understandable. Alright, so the plan for this turn is to just stall. We don't have any odds on Karelia, so the things I need to accomplish is 1. I need to get 2 fighters down to India, so he can't retake it, and I can get that complex as Germany. Okay, I guess the bomber has to take this guy. Should I send someone extra? I don't really need that many to go to Ukraine, do I? How many do I need to go there? He can trade this pretty efficiently. So I don't want to add too many units there. Okay, I think that should suffice. Got it. Ah, but he took a man with him. Nice. Okay. All right. Look at that. 5 out of 5. Perfection. Okay. Send 2 of them back. I'm going to put the AA gun here to discourage him from attacking. I'm going to shift this big stack here. And what I'm doing here is... I'll actually move some units back as well. What I'm trying to accomplish here is I want to get the units to Belarusia and then threaten, say, hey, if you don't give up Karelia, I'm going to stack West Russia and take out Moscow. So that should put him under some heavy pressure, especially since I have decent odds on Moscow if he doesn't defend. Like, I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units that can hit Moscow. I don't think I'd take that sort of risk, but he doesn't know that. Alright, what's my defense profile? AA protection, that's what I want. I should be safe here with that, right? Yeah, I could send 1 more infantry here. How many fighters do I have? 5. He also has to send some more guys over to Moscow, because Moscow, if he doesn't do anything, I should have odds on it in 2 turns. So high pressure game. He has Karelia, we have India. Very close. Wish I got Northwestern Europe though. But wishes don't get you anything, huh? Should I keep this artillery back to deter a France stack? I don't think... No, there's no way he can France stack. I'll just kill Moscow. That would be foolish of him. Alright, we can stick with this. There's no chance of a France stack. That would just be throwing away the game for him. Alright. Okay, well, Interesting game. I think we're slightly ahead. If he held on to India, might be a tighter game, but now that we have India, I have the luxury of not having to try and rush to some sort of result. I don't have to try to, take some big YOLOs or big risks as the allies flood in, because once you take India and all of this income belongs to Japan, the game gets a lot harder for them. And though they have a good position, I still am reasonably strong as Germany. I'm not that strong, but I have enough meat on my bones to hold out against them for a couple turns, and I'm going to become more annoying as Japan, hitting Alaska each and every turn. Alright, well that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Japan 8. Welcome back, it's Japan 8. Let's take a look at what Weezy did. About a transport, 4 infantry. It looks like he's going for the full UK land route. And he hit France. He got really good hit back, so he attacked. What did he hit us with? Drops. Yeah, he does six units, and we got 4 hit back, so that's pretty sweet. Hit Ukraine, and looks like we got really good rolls again. Our AA gun killed 2 of his fighters. Took West Russia, 1 hit back, so really good turn for us. So I'm gonna buy 10 infantry and 2 bombers because I'm planning to sacrifice my logistics in order to try to encroach into Africa more quickly. So I won't be able to fill up my transport. So of course we're going to do the freebies. I'm going to hit this target because it's just really juicy, and once it's gone, he's going to have no more defense. I'm going to take this transport. We're going to go for Egypt because it's worth a lot of IPCs. And he gave me like an enormously profitable battle here, which I'm a little unsure why he did. It's like a 20 IPC positive battle for us, which of course I'm going to take. I'm going to keep hitting Alaska every turn if possible. I want to try to distract USA from hitting Germany as much as I can. Let me double check these odds. Yeah, it's a 8. Well, let's see. It's like a 18.5 IPC profit battle. I'm going to just hit here to see if I can get the AA gun. If I get lucky, fantastic. If not, I'll just pull back. All right, is that everything? Looks like it. Let's roll. Oh, good. I guess that's average. But average is good for us. Oh, wow, we got lucky. Wow, really good dice. Okay. And now this is the most important battle here. Ooh. Those bombers all missed. Well, his hitbacks were 1 below average as well, so... Oof, fighters. Ouch. Well, I guess that was the average result, right? Yeah, that was the average, so I guess I can't complain about average, right? Well, I absolutely can complain about average, but I probably shouldn't. I really don't want to move the aircraft carrier here, but I kind of have to defend the... Well, let me do the other moves. Let's always try to do the easy moves first, and then you can worry about the harder moves. Okay, I'm going to unload here so I can potentially hit Africa again, or sorry, Alaska again. Where do we want these fighters? I guess this is as good a spot as any since UK is kind of crippled of fighters. I feel like he's gonna try to suicide attack us there, but there's really no reason for my fighter to be there. It just doesn't really serve a purpose other than defending. What are his odds of clearing that? Let me just... It's a 12% survive for him. I feel like he would go for it. I guess I have plenty of planes, so it's not like I'm going to be needing the planes for some big hit next turn. I got... I mean, how many? I got 4 there, 2 there, another 2 there. I got 8 planes. I should be able to whack just about anything he puts out. So I suppose it's probably the smart thing to add that extra fighter there, just to ensure the survival of the transport. Okay. Well, pretty good turn overall. The biggest one was average, and we got good results. I guess we got average in everything except this fight. We got a bit above average. Way above average. We probably shouldn't have won that fight. Or I guess we should have won it. It was like a 50-50 to win, but 51% or something. But I won't complain about perfect. And... yeah, he has nothing to hit this with unless he wants to air raid it with the US, which I don't think is a particularly good move. He must be sending US reinforcements here, or I'll definitely hit that big juicy target. Alright, and I think we are in a superb position. He lost 2 of his UK fighters there to AA. He lost the other 3 there. He has... I don't think he has any more UK fighters left. Yeah, I think this game should be ours. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be defending Berlin super hard. I want to give him below a 1% chance to capture because UK is going to be running on fumes. Next turn, we're going to start taking all of Africa, and he's going to be broke. And Russia doesn't have a lot. I mean, what's their attack power? 21? I'm just going to keep coming in with units every single turn, and yeah, I think we got it from here. We just have to not lose Berlin to greed. All right, well, that's it for now, and I'll catch you guys next time for Germany 8. Welcome back. It's Germany 9. Let's take a look at what Weezy did. For the US, a bunch of land units and a tank. I'm glad I got him to buy tanks here instead of infantry to try and prevent an Alaska recapture. Let's see, he hit a Venki. That's interesting. We lost one. Yeah, that was an interesting hit he did. Well, we got good results there. The US has a lot less planes. Japan's a little bit nibbled down, but I suppose he's trying to prevent me from trading too much. Archangel cleared that. Baltic cleared Alaska with no losses. Took Egypt with no losses. What did he hit Egypt with? Just 2 infantry naked. Okay, well, nothing too out of the ordinary there. It was nice that we got 3 hitbacks there. So I'm just going to buy 11 infantry because I'm a little poor. So here, let's do the easy moves first. I'm going to skip hitting northwestern Europe right now because I'm a little bit thin on planes and I'd rather reduce the amount of units I'm burning each turn. To be on the safe side. I'd rather take a couple fights with very strong odds than a ton of fights with middling odds. It looks like he recognized the West Russia shift into killing Russia stack. I don't think I can do that anymore, but on the plus side, we should have Karelia. And I'll probably need to add some Japanese planes there. I don't want to end the artillery, send it over here, because I'm a little worried about a France stack. Alright. I guess I probably should have only sent 3 to France instead of 4. Oh well. Yeah. A little bit of overkill there. I should have sent 3. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, his hitbacks are pretty poor. I jinxed myself, huh? Come on, bomber. Alright, barely got it. Okay, well, pretty good round for us, all things considered. I'm going to move this artillery back. I'm going to move everything I can here. Is there anything he would possibly hit this with? He could hit it with 2 US fighters, but I don't think that would be a good attack for him. So it'd be bad odds. And he only has 2 fighters left. It's possible. But I'd rather make sure Karelia doesn't get spanked. He's probably going to use the fighters to trade out some Japanese units in Evenki or something. Yeah, I just want to make sure Karelia is rock solid. I'm probably going to need Japanese support there too. I'll send an AA gun out with this little exploratory guy. Should I put an AA gun here? He really doesn't have much air, though. He has no UK air. He actually cannot hit France with any air. That's kind of making me wonder if I should maybe stack this. What are his odds to hit France? Let's quickly run those numbers. So he can hit me with yes, 3 artillery, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 6. Oh, he can also take that. That's actually a lot of units he can hit me with. How many transports is that? 5, 6, 8 transports worth of units. That's 16 units. What if I were to move my whole stack there? You know, maybe that's the play. Maybe it's not the play. I think I just got Karelia back. I'd really like to keep Karelia. And once he sends all of these units forward, it's going to be closer than I might like. But he might be sending some of these back to... No, he can't stay here because I'll strafe it. Maybe I can stack France. Whoops. Maybe I can stack France. Would he double tap that though? Let me see see what his odds would look like if he hit this with everything twice. Yeah, it's good to be conservative sometimes. It'd still be a pretty negative battle for him. I think I can accept that result. The downside is I'll probably lose Ukraine to the Russians and I won't be able to reclaim it. I didn't expect to lose nothing here. Maybe I'll set anti-aircraft first. That's a long loading bar. What if I were to leave 2 units behind? That should be acceptable, right? I like this. I like this play. And with that many fighters, I should be very safe in Berlin. Okay, let's go with this. This is a recovery. Hopefully a recovery. shouldn't have odds on Berlin, right? I have a lot of stuff, and he doesn't really have any planes. Yeah, Berlin's super safe. I don't even need to run the numbers. And Japan's about to go to town on Africa. Kind of messing up my logistics using 3 transports down here, but I think it's worth taking the income from them quicker, even if it means slowing down my unit logistics a little bit. Alright. Let's dance. Ah, feels good to have more than 21 IPCs a turn. Be nice once Japan takes this Africa income back for us. Yeah, you can see we got a pretty hefty attack power lead. He's pretty good in income, but that's, you can see UK 43, but that's going to change right quick. Right quick. Next turn we're taking here, 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 and here. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, 5 territories. Pretty nice. Alright, well that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Japan 9. Welcome back. It's Japan 9. Let's take a look at what Vic Weezy did. About a transport, AC, and a fighter, and 4 infantry. And looks like he's suicide bombing on Karelia. Just interesting. And he got 3 hits. How many hits should he have gotten? Let's see, 4. Looks like he probably got around what he should have gotten, 3 hits. I guess since most of them were infantry. Anyway, for this turn, I'm just going to buy 10 infantry, which is a little bit more than I can transport, and 2 bombers. Alright, so let's get into the thick of things. First, I'm obviously going to hit Novemberus. Probably going to hit it as hard as I can. Since he doesn't have any planes, I want to hit this juicy target. Should be a pretty likely clear. I'm going to take the transport. Take 2 units there. Take this transport. Hit there, trying to maximize our income. Do I want to tempt Alaska? Sorry, Brazil next turn with this infantry? Probably not, because I'm just going to move up him there, them there, him there. I am purposely not using the fighters here because I want to move them up to defend Karelia, and they won't be in range if I hit Egypt. Do I want this transport here is the question. You know, probably doesn't make a big difference. Who knows, he might not defend it. Maybe I can grab it next turn. Do I want to try to hit Alaska? I don't think that I do. I don't have enough units to really pressure it. Yeah, let's roll with this. This should be a very likely battle to clear, and it will be extremely lucrative to kill 4 transports. Got it. do this. This is a huge battle. Got it. Nice. Alright, let's move these guys up. I'm only moving one here in case the USA wants to stack it. And let's stack Karelia. I am not moving the bombers to Karelia because right now it's a 18% to clear, 15% to conquer for the US. And those odds are really bad. And thus, he's basically betting that he's getting really lucky. That's his game plan right now. I think Vic Weezy realizes he's really far behind, and the only way he wins is getting incredibly lucky. And if he is incredibly lucky, I'd rather keep my bombers alive. I think I'll load these guys off here, because if he does, I would like to take Alaska, especially when he's all inning like he is right now. So next turn, if he doesn't go for... maybe if he doesn't move these tanks up here, I'm probably going to just hit it with 4 infantry and a battleship and say, come at me. I'm going to move the battleship here just because it's a slightly better position. Kind of hurts that I have 3 transports just dancing around here in the middle of nowhere. It's super inefficient logistically, but I think it's more important for me to claim this income. I gained 2, 4, 5 IPCs of income. I think that's more important than having an extra 2 infantry come out of Japan every turn. I can and I can buy planes with the savings anyway, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, this can pressure Brazil. Do I want 2 units here? I don't think I want 2 units here. It's funny, Japan is super rich, but they really don't have... I mean, I'm only at 77 attack power, but 58 IPCs a turn. So I'm kind of a rich young upstart with not a lot of backing. It's a pretty low attack power game, though. Look at UK, 11 attack power. Poor schmucks, 17 IPC production. So yeah, this is a super long shot battle for him, but I think he's going to take it based on what he did with the UK. So let's see how that plays out. Even if he does clear it, of course that will be bad. Bad for us. I think our position will still be acceptable. We should see a pretty big IPC lead when I look at the scoreboard here. Attack power lead, yeah, we're way ahead. 67 IPC attack power ahead at the end of our turn. Even if he does clear this, it's going, you know, it's super low odds of clearing, but it'll be a Pyrrhic victory. He'll take it out, and the course of the game isn't going to change. Japan's going to be super rich. UK is super poor. Look at them. They have 1 transport and a fighter. That's all they can do. USA is going to reset their entire account, and Japan's just ultra rich. I mean, how long do you think Russia is going to be able to stand up? I got, you know, 10 planes. Yeah, how many bombers? 6 bombers, 4 fighters. And with 58 IPCs a turn, it's only going to get messier for them. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Germany 9. Alright. Looks like we got an Axis victory on the board. Looks like he went for the Karelia YOLO, which he didn't have much choice. Didn't work out. And looks like he realized we were going to get the VC win and called it quits. Let's see, what was the last roll that happened here? Whoops. Oh, those weren't very good rules by us, but I suppose it doesn't matter when he only had one unit against a lot. So yeah, this was a wild ride of a game. I started out the game thinking it was going to be an easy win. Then he just got a streak of like perfect, not perfect, but near perfect rolls that kind of equalized the game. Got that top 1% on the Karelia double attack, and then we got India, and this was quite a wild swing of a game, and it just shows against a really good player you can't be too cocky. You gotta keep playing tight and smart. Well, good game to my opponent. Thank you, everyone, and we'll be moving on to the next rank of the Solos tournament. And if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and especially comment. I read through every comment, so if you guys want to leave one down below, I see them all and respond to most of them. Alright, see you guys next time.